I'm not sick, it's just allergies. Anyway, welcome to my New Year's stream. So, you may be wondering, well, what are you going to be doing? Well, as you can see, we have a, certain Blue Hedgehog's newest game. So, that's something. Yeah. So, I should say I'm not going to be playing through the whole game, at least not right now, but we'll get to that in a moment. Without further ado, let's do this. We're going to do easy, high-speed style, and let me do this one real quick. What are you fizzing about? Never mind. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, so... oh. Wait. Oh yeah, I forgot I could pause this. I'm gonna get a drink of water real quick, because my throat's just kinda dry. But I'll be right back. Curse you, allergies! And I'm back. Oh, Dr. Eggman!
Uploading AI program now.
I forgot to turn on the subtitles, didn't I? Spoiler alert, I fucking love this game. It's great. Pardon the language, but it's true.
Yes, it's all coming online. The ancient secrets will be mine.
But, yeah, so, a brief spoiler, I am going to be doing a Let's Play of this game next year.
Status report.
You're probably wondering when.
Simulations complete.
Well, stick around and
No! No!
stick around and I will talk about that. I don't know how I could have possibly messed that up. Anyway. This is all in-engine, by the way.
Coming up, Starfall Islands. How exciting!
I've already beaten this game, by the way, but it is amazing. Just, like, I didn't beat it on hard mode, but I did beat it on easy, but the game is awesome. I cannot stress enough, I highly recommend this game. Unlike, what I said, terrible. Anyway. Yeah. So I'm just gonna be playing for a few hours, but whenever it gets to 10 p.m., I'm going to drink a shot of my drink. Anyway. I can spam boost! And it's not overpowered. Yeah. Okay. I missed the red ring. Yeah, I know. Alright, how did I do? I got a B. Wow. Oh well. Anyway, take it away, Roger, or Sonic. But I love this game, it's amazing. It actually made me cry whenever I beat it, and that's not something I usually say about video games. That's a good thing. Yeah. Where are we? I already know, but I ain't gonna say it.
Tails? Amy?
Also, say what you will about Roger's voice in this game, but he is phenomenal. And all it took was a good voice direction. And writing that actually was, you know, decent. And by decent, I mean this game's writing is incredible.
Hello?
You have done the impossible.
I'm gonna
You have escaped
eat a
cyberspace.
butterscotch.
You are the
Key, huh? Sure beats being called a rodent. Are you saying I can rescue my friends?
Find the Chaos Emeralds. Destroy the Titans. Tear down the walls between dimensions.
Yeah, okay, sure. How about a little context? Hello?
Yep. Who is this?
Some direction
Wow.
is better than none. Here we go.
Alright. Wait. Did it carry over my settings? Yeah, it did. Also, this game totally should have won player's voice. What? Oh. That one was... Wait. What? Hold on. That was weird. I don't know if you noticed, but this switch popped up right after I got this one. So I think it's timed. Hey, 2 people are watching. Hello. Yeah! Okay. Alright. Let me see if I could execute this. Yes! So what I just did there is called the homing dash, and I think it's called the homing dash or the homing launch. But basically what you do is you have to make sure you're a good distance away from something you can homing attack. And then as soon as you start the homing attack animation, you press the boost button, which by default is the right trigger on whichever console you're playing on. Flying super fast. It's really cool. Balloons. Oh. But yeah, so was going to talk about what's coming what's coming up for FurPlayz. Again, I'm not sick, I'm just dealing with really bad allergies. They suck. But, I have good news. The PC I said I was saving up for, I have enough, and I'm going to be ordering it possibly as soon as Monday if the weather holds up. And, yeah. So with that being said, that segues into when am I going to do a Let's Play of this game? Well, it'll be after I get the PC. I say after and not when I get it because I'm going to be getting an SSD for it. Because the PC I was planning on getting, which was the MSI Aegis RS, the price raised up. And originally I was going to buy it directly through Amazon. And I even saw the price was the same price as the other PC that I ended up deciding on recently. But, yeah, so the PC I'm going to end up getting is a FurPlayz 3.0 from Skytech. It is, $1,099.99. Wait. Did I already fight those guys? I think so. Hey, I got 4 people watching. Hello. Hope you're all doing well. I'm doing pretty good myself. Ninja. Alright. Who's ready to see me get my ass beat? Whoa! Okay, well that wasn't too bad. What are you doing over there? No shin. That was awesome. Alright. Yeah, again, I highly recommend this game. I don't know how I could have messed that up. Yeah, so. Anyway, so, yeah, that PC is one of the plans for next year. But I have other plans as well. I plan on getting into more content that I wasn't able to really stream. I mean, actually, getting into that, so, getting that new PC, which will have a RTX 3060, it means that I'll be able to play bigger and better games that I previously was not able to with my current PC. But not only that, speaking of stuff I wasn't able to do, my current PC does not have the ability to do VR at all. The good thing is I did some research and it turns out that the new PC I'm getting will have VR compatibility. It doesn't say it on the page that Amazon shows, but I did look up information about the graphics card it comes with, and it is able to do VR. And that's good because I got a Quest 2. In fact, I've had it for a year now, so that's good. Yeah, anyway. Okay, here we go. I completely forgot I had Sonic soap shoes. You have to sign up for the newsletter for the game, and you also have to let them know what platform you want the game on, or the DLC on. I'll have to read back on the email, because I think they said that you can switch platforms if you want to get the DLC for another platform, in case there's another platform you want to get the DLC on. So, like, say you already got the DLC for PlayStation or Xbox or Switch, and you want to get it for PC because you just recently got a PC for Christmas that will allow you to play a game like this. Because of that, I'll have to look at it, but, yeah. Alright, Psyloop. See, I can do that. I can do the homing launch. Okay, well, I can kind of do it. You have to get the timing just right, because if you're too close to the target that you're trying to home onto, then you won't be able to do it in time, because it's a really precise window. Hey look, I got infinite boost! But yeah, like I said a while ago, boosting in this game is not overpowered like the other boost games. This is because of the fact that this is a new formula for Sonic, the open zone formula. Think of it sort of like a combination of the boost with adventure-style gameplay, which is pretty cool. But, yeah, this game is just incredible. And have a voice crack. Good job. Yeah, so, going back to the subject I was talking about, because of the fact that I have a Quest 2, and the PC I'm going to be getting will have VR compatibility, that does mean that I will be able to do VR stuff on YouTube, which is pretty cool. So I could do, like, I guess I could do VR chat, but I'm going to have to be careful, because some people may have avatars that are pretty offensive, or maybe NSFW, and I do not want to take a chance on YouTube saying, hey, you can't do that. Nah. Yeah. Because that would suck. But it does also allow me to, stream games that, I previously wasn't able to even play. And because this is a new PC having much newer hardware inside it, that also means that the likelihood of me being randomly disconnected during stream is literally, like, almost completely mitigated. Like, it may still happen, but I would like to say that it didn't happen at first with my current PC, but it started doing that a lot recently. To the point where one of my streams I had to end up stopping the stream simply because of the fact that the network adapter just wasn't working correctly. And so I was like, oh crap, my PC ain't it's not doing it. It's not working. Like, it wouldn't reconnect no matter what. But, yeah, anyway, because of the new parts in the computer, you don't really have to worry about that. Oh, look! It's the infamous level, 1-2! Don't worry, I hate it too.
Return to the digital dimension again.
Okay.
Use that gear to bridge the gap between dimensions.
Okay. I'm gonna turn on the fan real quick. Because I'm hot! Ah! Wait. Oh yeah, you have to get another one.
It is not enough to make the connection.
Okay, ominous voice that's totally not the antagonist. They're totally not the antagonist. I'm calling it now. They are not the antagonist. You know who the antagonist is? That guy! Who are you? What did you do with... Tower? Yeah, that doesn't hurt you. Oh! Ow! Those were my rings, sir. Okay. Being a little wise ass, huh? I could be a wise ass too. As in, I'm wiser than you. He is dead. I will take my gear now.
As you have done before.
Okay. Alright. So, yeah, this level, very infamous.
As many times as it takes.
Probably wondering, why is it so infamous? 2 words. S rank. I know one of those is a letter, but shut up. So, let me explain. So, as you saw earlier in the first cyberspace level, one of the requirements for getting a key would be to beat the S rank time. So, instead of your overall performance in the actual level, it would give you an S rank based on the time that you completed the level. Case in point, this one is by far the most grueling because it has a 55-second time. Bear in mind, I am not very skilled with speedrunning. In fact, the only game I have ever really done a speedrun of was Tai 2, and even then it wasn't me trying to make a world record, it was just my own personal attempt at a speedrun. But, yeah. Anyway, yeah, so one of the goals is, reaching the goal. That's easy. Getting all 5 red star rings, that's pretty easy. Clear with 80 rings, I can hopefully do that. But you're about to see why the S rank time is the bane of many Sonic Frontiers fans' existences. Alright. Alright, seems pretty normal, right? No. You can already see what I mean by this level being grueling when it comes to, that. So, the homing launch that I mentioned, people need to use that in order to get past the dreaded again... Oh, well, I missed the last rudder. Wait, no I didn't. Whoa! That was a close one. Anyway, so as you can see, I didn't get all of the things. I didn't get the 80 ring thing. And I got a D. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my best to finish this with a S rank. Not doing the homing launch, because that can be pretty difficult to do if you're really close to the thing that you're about to homing attack. So, I already got 2 of the vault keys. That means I can unlock the first Chaos Emerald. That's a slight spoiler. Whoa! Yeah. You see what I mean? Like, if you don't do that homing launch, you're not going to make it. And I got a B. I should also mention that, yes, whenever I mention that I am going to be playing this, like, okay, so my Let's Play for the game will not be on PlayStation 5. The reason being is because I'll be doing the PC version, which does have mods that people have made that make the cyberspace levels not so punishing. So, here's what I mean by this. Open Zone Sonic controls just fine. He's perfect, you can fine-tune the controls. Cyberspace is more clunky, but there has been a mod that someone has released that makes it to where it controls way better. And that's a good thing because of the fact that you don't really have to worry about, you know, the weird controls. But just like in the open zone, Sonic's boost does not harm enemies. It's a form of transportation. Right. Yeah. Anyway, we got 2 keys. By the way, cyberspace is the most efficient way to get keys. Is what I would be saying if it wasn't for the fact that a certain purple cat is making a return in this game. Yes, that purple cat. The vault was unsealed and now can be opened with a thing. Yeah, that's right. The Chaos Emeralds are finally frickin' relevant again. Holy crap, this game is amazing. Like, absolutely amazing. And I'm not just saying that just because I'm a Sonic fan. This game literally blew me away from the moment that I started playing. And like, again, like I said, when I beat the game, the ending literally made me cry. Partially because of just how good the story is, but also because of how sad the game can be at times. But it's more than that. Also, yes, there is pop-in, I know, I ignored it. It's cyberspace. Anyway, oops. I was trying to punch the container, not fly over to the spring. Yeah. Oh, I still got it. That was by accident. Okay. Cocos. Gather cocoa to strengthen Sonic. These creatures are called the Coco. They seem to be lost. Locate their elder and return them to him. The elder were I can't read. I'm reading. Okay, I should say my eyesight's completely fine, right? It's just, whenever you're trying to read something, sometimes you tend to mess up anyway. The elder will surely offer a reward for their return. That's what I was trying to say. Whether increasing Sonic speed or ring capacity. So, on my main save file that I used to beat this game... Wait, I could save right now, right? Yeah. Wait, what the... Oh. Wait. Oh my god. I just realized it deleted my old save. Oh my god, are you... Okay. You know what? I'm not even mad. Okay, well I am a little mad, but oh well. Yeah, those are Coco. Anyway. Yep. That was a Chaos Emerald. And they're finally relevant. And what are you doing playing on the ruins? Oh. Hello. I still can't believe I saved over my old save file. Like, wow. That was stupid of me. Congratulations! From here on, Sonic is free to explore the island and gather Chaos Emeralds. Try solving nearby challenges to avoid getting lost. This will unlock more of the map and show more paths forward in Sonic's journey. Okay, but first I need to get this little guy. But yeah, you could find Coco just strewing around anywhere in the game's world. By the way, you're probably wondering, well, wait a minute. This is an open world game, right? You're an idiot. It's called an open zone game. So, here's what I mean. So, an open zone, in Sonic's case, means that each island is its own self-contained environment. So, instead of a massive open world, a la, you know, GTA 5 or Witcher 3 or something like that, it has like a series of open environments that you can explore. Because of this, you're free to explore these different islands, and the reason why they call it a zone is harkening back to the old Sonic games where you would have different areas you could travel through. So we have Kronos Island right here, which is the first island in the game. Then we have Ares Island, which... so there's a guy I watch... and he called it Ares Island, which I'm not going to knock him for that, but it's Ares. So, You're probably wondering about the island's names, exactly. So, Kronos is named after the Greek god of time, Kronos. The next island, Ares, is named after the Greek god of war, Ares. The next island, Chaos Island, which is the volcanic island in the midpoint of the game, is named after Chaos, the god of destruction. So, in case you were wondering, no, Chaos Island is not named after the Chaos Emeralds, it is named after a Greek mythological figure. Rhea Island, I don't know, but the last one, Oranos Island, I kid you not, is a respelling of the name Uranus, or Uranus. The reason why they did that is because if they spelled it like Uranus, people they would pronounce it just like I just said. And that wouldn't really look good for our blue hero right here. Also, hey, look. Okay, can I talk to Amy? Yep.
Amy? Is that you?
Who is that floating person?
Is someone there? Help me!
Hang on.
Also, I hope the audio is okay.
Will fix things.
Sonic, I don't like how you're foreshadowing. You want to see what it was foreshadowing? Yeah, it was that. Hearts. So, each island, with the exception of Rhea, have their own memory tokens. So for Amy, it's hearts. Yes, I know I'm giving brief spoilers here and there, but... Oh, God, there it is. Here's the foreshadowing.
You're the one who's only half here.
I feel fine, but that energy that was holding me prisoner went into you.
I've been infused with weird zappy stuff before. Besides, I feel like it gave me some kind of boost.
Oh, Sonic, don't say that, buddy.
In that case, we need to get moving. If I was trapped, I'm sure Tails was too.
Good call. I'll scout around and find you later. Deal?
Deal. Be careful.
Careful? Where's the fun in that?
That is Sonic. This is Sonic, dude.
You are the key. Be empowered with this technique.
What I meant by just saying that, so I have a little rant to go on. Everybody knows about the dreaded meta era of Sonic. It started off with Colors, then Generations, which kind of laid back on the bad jokes, and then we had Lost World. Oh, Jesus. And then finally, to really, really end off an era of Sonic that everybody hated, Forces happened. Yeah. So about that. The meta era was mostly known for the bad writing in terms of the characterization. Sonic was no longer his cool 90s self. He was more like a jokester, where he would always make really stupid one-liners that wouldn't make much sense, like bally nose hair and I will free these aliens. No copyright law in the universe is going to stop me. What is that joke? What is that joke? That's not even a joke. That's just terrible. And you know who you could thank for that? Pontac and Graf. Those two guys literally knew nothing about Sonic. Like, at all. Like, quite literally, they knew nothing about Sonic the Hedgehog. They literally said it themselves. They said, well, we don't know anything about this guy. Okay. So Sonic Colors was the game that introduced the meta era, you know. Really bad writing, Sonic making out to be a jokester, Tails was kind of useless, which will be more evident later on in this little rant. But, yeah. Oh shit. There we go. I forgot how good the controls are when you max them out. Alright. UK. So that is not a memory token, though. That is a red seed of power which can upgrade your attack. And the blue seed is defense, and you could take it to this tall guy called the Hermit Coco, and that will allow you to upgrade your attack or defense, meaning that when you take damage, you'll lose less rings. And by upgrading your attack, you can cause more damage to enemies. Okay. Alright. Oh, there's a Coco there. Oh, there's a few up there, too.
Oh man, that's just begging to be climbed. Imagine the view.
Anyway. Getting back to the subject of ranting about the meta era. So I bet you're wondering, well, how did Pontac and Graf do? Terribly? Because again, the thing about the meta era games, with the exception of TSR and Generations, because Generations is pretty good, the writing in that game wasn't too bad. Colors made Sonic out to be a jokester. We have, you know, Lost World with the Zeddy, and I know the perfect place to kick you. I feel like that's some weird sexual innuendo. It is. It totally is. Okay, but not really. It's just Sonic basically saying, I'm gonna kick your ass. Like Hank Hill. Whoa! Okay. Whoa. Wow. That was terrible. So, I should say I've beaten this boss before, alright? Why did I do that? Alright, here we go. That was pretty cool. Alright. Woo! I don't know how I did it, but I managed to unfuck my voice. Nice. But yeah, so that thing right there is the Asura. Otherwise known as, it beat my ass. Well, that's just not fair. Oh, hey. Oh well. Yeah, by the way, you could get squished by that and instantly die. So, that's something to look out for. By the way, you don't need to jump in order to do a homing attack in this game. You just do it on the ground, which is good. Let me do it. Alright. I was about to say bring it on. I didn't mean it literally. I'm supposed to beat you. Oops. It did not take too kindly to that. Whoa! I just punched it a few times and it's just like, oh, I'm dead. Ah. Okay, what I was trying to say about the meta era is in Generations it wasn't too bad, alright? In fact, that's the one meta era game where it's actually good. Because it wasn't Sonic making bad jokes, but it also introduced a character that would return in a later game. I think you all know which character that is. The Sonic that's not from another dimension, but is actually Sonic's younger self. Yeah. So, that leads into Sonic Lost World. Terrible writing, introduced the Zeti, which are just not entertaining in the slightest. Although they are now canon, as one of the dialogues Sonic will say in this game is, I wonder how Zavok's doing. Terribly, I hope. And that's good writing, alright? That's actually good. It gets a good chuckle. I feel bad for the person who had to put those up. Anyway, then we have Sonic Forces. Me to forget about Sonic Forces. Yeah, that game was boring. As in, I kid you not, I did a Let's Play of the game, and since I hadn't played a Sonic game in like years, I expected it to be good. It was shit. There we go. But let's just say that the game is literally 3 hours long if you're playing through it normally, not including bonus missions. Oh, well, let's see. It brought back classic Sonic, otherwise known as, wait a minute, you're Sonic from another dimension! It's literally a younger Sonic. That's not a Sonic from another dimension. That is literally Sonic in the past. By the way, you just hold down those buttons. L1 and R1 if you're on PlayStation. PlayStation? Anyway, hello. Let's see. Oh yeah, it introduced a villain character that dies at the ending of the game. And he's upset because you call him weak. Oh yeah, and it has one of the cheesiest excuses for Sonic being able to beat the character, which is that friendship. It may be magic, but it's also enough to defeat an enemy that's able to warp reality. Hello, bird. Yeah, needless to say, Sonic Forces was the nail in the coffin. Many people had lost hope with the games, and, you know, rightfully so. People were tired of the bad writing and stuff like that. They just wanted their best friend back. They wanted that Sonic back. I wanted that Sonic back. Because, I kid you not, the very first Sonic game I had ever played was Mega Collection. Yeah, that was the very first Sonic game I had ever played, was Mega Collection on the GameCube. And I loved it, because it introduced me to the series proper. It wasn't just, oh, I played a 3D game. It introduced me to the very origins of the series. So it let me learn about who Sonic is and what he stands for. Then the game that got me into this series was Adventure 2 Battle, and that introduced me to the 3D games. And I absolutely loved that game, partially because, you know, who wouldn't? You playing as Sonic, you're saving the world. What kid wouldn't like that? You know? And then I got Sonic Heroes, which was pretty good, but not the best. I got a Coco. Ah! I had to. It can attack you? What? Dude. It literally attacked me when I was in the middle of the challenge. What are the odds of that? I'm just like running on a hamster wheel and Squid over there is just like, hey, you blue rodent, die! Yeah, ah! Alright, anyway, so what I was trying to get at is my first exposure to Sonic was the 2D games through the Genesis. No, not the Genesis, the Mega Collection, which introduced me to not only Sonic for the Genesis, but I also learned about Sega that, like, whenever Sega made consoles. Although at the time I only knew about the, Genesis. I didn't know about this. Wait, no, I did learn about the Saturn briefly, but it was through the history of Sonic. But I didn't really know much about the Dreamcast, because I didn't see either the Saturn or the Dreamcast. I had only just heard of the Saturn. But the Genesis was the console that I first heard about in that game. And it makes sense because, you know, the games I was playing on the Genesis, the Mega Collection, were the Genesis games. Oh, hold on. So it is now 10 p.m., so I'm gonna go ahead and have my first drink. I'm gonna have the red grape first, so one moment. I also need to go to the restroom. Alright. Oh shit. Just gonna let it fizzle for a moment. You probably won't be able to hear me all that well, but yeah, so letting it fizzle. Actually, I guess while I'm waiting for it to fizzle out, because I just poured it, so it's still gotta fizz down a little bit. Actually, it looks like it's about to finish. Oh, I have some skills. Oh, this overpowered. So, those bubble enemies, yes, it's called a bubble. Oh. I don't have enough. Look at all those happy Coco. You'll actually learn about what the Coco truly are later in the game. By the way, neat little detail. If you attack them, they fall over, but then they get back up and start dancing. It's really cute. They're basically like Chow, but there's no Chow Garden in this game. But, anyway, getting back to what I was saying, as someone who was first introduced to the games with the Mega Collection and then Adventure 2, which was my introduction to the 3D games, yeah. At last we meet, Sonic the Hedgehog. How do you know my name? I don't think we've met. Just like the Coco, you have touched the digital dream. Unlike most, I know how to listen to it and hear some of its secrets. To hear it properly, though, I must keep to myself. Call me a hermit if you like. It is the path I've chosen. Have you found any seeds in your travels? Oh, that was Sonic talking whenever he said, I don't think we've met. I didn't even realize. You mean those things that the robots sometimes drop? Indeed. I will unlock their power and pass it on to you. You will need this. Oh, whoa! Level 10 power already? Even Sonic's perplexed. By the way, yeah, so if you have the camera up close to Sonic's face and you move it, his mouth will teleport to one side. Oh, his mouth moves! That's really cute. Dude, I never noticed that. Alright. Yeah, it's done fizzling, so I'm gonna go ahead and drink my, 10 o'clock drink. Then I'm gonna go to the restroom, and then I'll be right back. Yeah, but, then I'll get back to my rant in a moment. Drink number 1, down the hatch. Yes! Delicious. I'm back! Alright. Anyway, I'm back. Oh, Sonic's just like, wee! Alright. So, getting back to what I was saying, as someone who was introduced to the Sonic games through those two games alone, like, so I should say that the last Sonic game I had ever gotten before Forces was, I think it was Riders or something. I don't remember, but, even whenever I got my PS3 back in 2011, I didn't get 06, because I didn't even know much about it, or really anything at all. And even then, like, I probably would have hated it. that's saying something, because I absolutely loved Sonic the Hedgehog growing up. Like, I absolutely did. But anyway, so playing Forces, like, I will admit, I was a little excited at first, because I hadn't played a Sonic game in years, up until that point. But then playing it, I was like, wow, this game sucks. And so naturally, along with the other Sonic fans, I wasn't pleased. There's a squid. Hello, squid. Anyway, so, yeah. Anyway, years went by, and we got TSR, you know, it's pretty good, although the online is kind of junk. But other than that, the game's actually decent. And, yeah. Oh, we also got Mania, which I haven't played Mania personally, but I do have it on PC, because I was able to get it for free for Epic Games. Yeah, I haven't played it yet. I really, really need to. Especially since the game turned 5 years old this year. Alongside the other game that came out that year. You know, Forces. But yeah, let's just say Forces left a sour taste in my mouth. And for a few years after that, we were all, you know, kind of thinking Sonic was done for, you know? Because Forces, like, it sold relatively well, but in terms of reception, it was... nah, not good. Anyway, so because of that, you know, naturally, you know, Sonic fans were wondering about what's next, but also dreading it. And sure enough, we did get something in 2021, last year, which also happened to be Sonic's 30th anniversary. We got an announcement for a collection called Sonic Origins, which it was good, but it could have been better. It had some issues, and I think they're working on that. It also doesn't have a physical release, and I love physical media. We got Sonic Movie 2, which came out earlier this year. I loved it. We got Sonic Colors Ultimate, a game plagued with issues at first, but eventually turned out to be good. Yes, that same Sonic game that was introducing the meta era. I still liked it, I just didn't like the jokes or the writing. It was kind of hogwash. But then, at the very end of that Sonic Central, they showed a teaser for what would end up being, at least in my opinion, and possibly some others, the best Sonic game to date. Sonic Frontiers. And I'm not going to be the first to say it, but I will say this. Sonic Frontiers, whenever we first learned about what the game was going to be at the Game Awards. So, let me explain. After that presentation of the Sonic Central, we didn't really know much about what this game would be, except for the metadata, which it was called Sonic Rangers as a code name. And that was actually the project's code name. The thing is, we wouldn't find out about what the game would actually be until half a year later, in December last year, where alongside the trailer for Sonic Movie 2, we would also hear about, you know, Sonic Frontiers, which was pretty cool. That was easy. Yeah, And it was there that we actually learned about what Sonic Frontiers would be. It was an open zone game. Not an open world, an open zone. And that was pretty enticing, you know, open environments, kind of like what Adventure had or 06 had. But the thing that really caught people off guard was who was writing the game. You may have heard of him from the comic series. Maybe you've heard of him from, you know, the fact that he knows the Sonic series front to back. Yeah, Ian frickin' Flynn. That guy. When I first saw that, I was excited because here's the thing, he wasn't writing the story, he was writing the dialogue and the script and everything. The story was handled by someone else, and hello Ninja. Not to be confused with Fortnite Ninja. I made scrap metal out of him. That was a joke. Not a very good one, but it was a joke. But anyway, so naturally after hearing about that, I was really excited because, you know, Ian Flynn, he knows the Sonic series front to back, so if anyone can make the writing work for this game, it would be him. And then it was radio silence. You know, we would hear about Origins, which would come out on Sonic's 31st birthday, and even then we hardly even heard about Sonic Frontiers until the beginning of June, well before Sonic Origins would even come out, in the form of that multi-minute long preview from IGN First. You know, the one where they just walked around doing nothing. And they would just, you know, yeah, just doing that. And it was just not very good, you know? And so naturally, people were like, oh god, is the game really going to be this boring? Bear in mind, people were also ragging about how the game looked, not realizing until later the fact that what they were seeing was from an early build of the game, and the build that IGN was playing, it wasn't even the right one at all.
First, save friends. Second, get home. Third, chill with a good book and a chili dog or 7.
Dude, that's the kind of writing I love. It's not Sonic trying to make really dumb wisecracks. It's him just making a cute little joke to break away from the tension of the game. I like that. It is great. It's literally Sonic. And, you know, back to what I was getting at, you know, the Pontac and Graf stuff, the way they wrote Sonic was at the, like, it was him being a jokester. It wasn't the character that many people who grew up with the same character, you know, grew up with. To those people, it seemed more like they were making a mockery of him. And that's something that you wouldn't want to see your favorite character being made into. You want to see your character grow, you know. Hold on. I have to do something real quick. Do I have to do it now? It's not New Year yet, dude. Love y'all. Okay. Getting back to what I was saying. So, the thing about Pontac and Graff's writing is they made Sonic out to be this jokester. And that's just not the Sonic that many fans grew up with. You know? And, you know, granted, there may have been younger fans who were introduced to those games, but, yeah. Then we have the younger fans that... Ow. Why am I sucking at this? Oh, right. Can I please not suck? I think we can all agree on the fact that this enemy is a pain in the ass. There we go. Anyway, so when we all heard about Ian Flynn writing Sonic Frontiers, people were excited because, you know, this could be Sonic's chance to finally get back to the spot he deserves, you know. Good characterization, good writing, good stories, stuff like that. And then eventually, after Sonic Origins came out, we started hearing more about the game. You know, seeing gameplay either through gameplay leaks or, you know, something along those lines. And then we got the release date and some story details, and things were on the up and up. Then fast forward a few months, and lo and behold, Sonic Frontiers is out November 8th, the day before God of War Ragnarok, which I plan on getting. Don't worry, I am going to get it, and I am going to do a Let's Play of it. It'll be later on down the line. But I bought Sonic Frontiers day one, and here's the thing. Coincidentally enough, I also did the same thing for Forces. That was more because of the fact that I didn't even realize the game had come out that day. So I was already headed home, so I ran back to Walmart, bought the game, and then came back home. But whenever I realized just how terrible the game was, I later regretted my decision. I just punched it. But, yeah, so, in other words, I bought Frontiers on that day because I actually did plan on it. One second. Right. So, yeah, I actually did plan on getting Frontiers day one. I didn't pre-order it, though, but that's only because of the fact that I was already saving up from my PC. And so, I decided to take out some money that I got from helping out with something from my savings box, which is now empty because the money is now in my wallet. But the good thing is it was only like $50, so it didn't really hurt all that much because I did end up getting more money anyway pretty soon after. But anyway, I ended up getting $20 from my mamaw because I went to her house I think it was the week before Frontiers came out, because I was just coming home from her house for Halloween, and we weren't even going to do any Halloween stuff at all, and I didn't even realize that. That's a whole story in and of itself. But yeah, so, to make a long story short, I got $20 from her, plus the $50 I took out of the box, which again, I got more money anyway, so it didn't really matter. And I bought the game day one. I got the PS5 version, as you're seeing here. And it took me a few weeks to actually beat the game. But when I did, I loved it. I absolutely loved the game. And let me tell you why. No more Pontac and Graph. That means no more terrible writing. The story is actually very cohesive and very good. The characterization is absolutely stellar, because Sonic is exactly as I remember him. We have Tails not being a wimpy little kid like, Sonic, help me! In fact, he actually acknowledges that. Tails actually acknowledges when he did that, because he asked Sonic if he was a burden. Like, Tails literally asked Sonic if he was a burden. And Sonic said that Tails wasn't a burden at all. Sonic was like, wow, and what brought you to this well-thought-out conclusion? And then Tails even admits that he feels like he's been on the sidelines while following Sonic around, and that he someday wants to be just like Sonic, but he can't do that if he just keeps following Sonic around. And it was at that moment that I fell in love with the characterization in this game, because for Amy in particular, I want you to watch this.
You hanging in there, Amy? Is your condition, well, I don't know, uncomfortable?
It's certainly unsettling, but it makes a big difference being able to at least talk to you. Before you freed me, I couldn't see or hear anything clearly. It was like looking into a kaleidoscope that was always shifting. I couldn't tell if I was coming, going, or moving at all. I'd have gone crazy if you hadn't gotten me out.
Yeah, you're tough. I know you'd have hung in there. Still, I'm glad I could get you out. And I'm not gonna stop until you're back to normal.
So, you're probably wondering, well, what were you trying to get at? In the older Sonic games, Amy was always seen as Sonic's crazy girlfriend, although they weren't actually dating, in that she would act as if she was like in absolute love with Sonic. And she still loves him, but not to the point where it's like, you know, an obsessive love. In this game, that's not it. Instead, she's... Whoops. That was terrible. She's more like someone who just wants to show compassion for her friends. I absolutely love that. And later in her little dialogues, you'll even hear her say that she wants to show love to the world. And I absolutely love that. It's a way that actually characterizes Amy in a way that many people would like her to be, instead of just the same old, I love Sonic, I'm gonna chase him to the ends of the earth and hope he kisses me. She doesn't do that in this game. I love that. Knuckles, instead of being a dumbass like in the other games, he's actually his old stoic self. And you would even see that in the... I think it's called Divergence, which is the prologue thing, the animation. That was done beautifully. Because it characterizes Knuckles back to where he was. Hey, look, a bubble. Bubble is dead. Wait. Oh, crap. Anyway, so, for Tails in this case, which I know this is a spoiler, but going back to what I was saying about how Tails doubted himself, the way Sonic reassures Tails that Tails hasn't done anything wrong is done beautifully. Because, like, Sonic recognizes that Tails was just afraid because he couldn't do things by himself, because he was always following Sonic. And the thing is, Tails has done stuff before by himself, but it's only because he had the stuff necessary to take care of it by himself. For example, in Sonic Adventure 2, he uses the Cyclone, which is the walker mech that can turn into a car, the plane. Hello, bird. And in Sonic Adventure 1, it was just him by his own lonesome, but the thing is, Tails even says in that game that he doesn't want to always be following Sonic around, and that he wants to do his own thing. And the fact that they even reference that in this game is just masterfully done. In fact, later in that same conversation I was talking about where Tails doubted himself, Sonic even said, hey, who was it who stopped Eggman from blowing up Station Square? And who saved me from the 7 Deadly Six? Wait, no, the Deadly Six. 7 Deadly Six? And then Tails is like, well then I'm morally inconsistent. But like, the fact that Sonic reassures Tails that he's not even a burden at all, it's amazing because it's that brotherly love between them. They may be different species, but they're just like brothers. You know? And I absolutely love that because it's the kind of writing that people like me would live for in a Sonic game. Seeing the characters being brought back to what made them them, and even enhancing them in a way. So, again, for example, we have Amy, who used to be this love-obsessed character who would always chase Sonic around. She doesn't do that anymore. Like, whatsoever. In fact, she doesn't even show any signs of doing that to Sonic in this game. Instead, what you see is her saying that she wants to show love around the world, you know. Basically, you know, spread good vibes around the world. And that's something I absolutely love, because it's a way to better characterize Amy instead of the same old, I love Sonic, I'm obsessed. And it's done so well because of the fact that, for one, again, Ian Flynn is the writer, not Pontac and Graff. Pontac and Graff would have made this game out to be another joking story. But it's not that. And speaking of the story, this game's story, it may not be as grand in scale as Adventure 2 or, you know, as dark. Oh, cool. Or as dark as, you know, again, Sonic Adventure 1 or 2. But it is dark. because, and this is another spoiler, which the game has been out for over a month now. People have had a chance to play through it. But you learn about a species of people called the Ancients. And they were wiped out by a threat that you actually end up fighting yourself at the end of the game. And word of warning, the enemy is literally called the End. They are literally the end of everything. And you have to fight them. If you're playing on hard mode, it's actually a bullet hell, although the, I think it was Mario Kishimoto, he said that he does intend on like, he's heard the feedback from people, and so he intends on making it better. Like, it may even lead up to a revamp of that boss. But the fact that you're fighting against the literal end of the world is just astounding. Like, again, it's not as ambitious as the older Sonic games like Adventure 1 or Adventure 2, we were fighting off against an ancient god or against the Bio Lizard in the second game, like at the end of the game. But instead, you still get that same kind of grand story that you would hope for. And it's a story that at times will even tug at your heartstrings. It's even made me feel emotional at times and literally made me cry by the time I beat it. And you may be wondering, well, you're probably thinking, wow, what kind of loser cries at a Sonic game? That loser would be me. And it's not because, it's not just because of the ending. It's because this game was actually done right. The characterization was done brilliantly. Eggman is no longer a pathetic villain who can't do anything right. He's actually not exactly the main villain of the game. In fact, he's more of a supporting character. We have Sage, which is that ghost girl. Although she's not even a ghost, she's actually an AI. But you actually learn later on in the game that she's sort of like Eggman's daughter. A daughter that he would have never had because, Eggman being Eggman, he would never, have someone of his own, so Sage is the next best thing. He never had a wife. So Eggman, he made Sage as a way to basically have something that he would have never had otherwise. And it's done perfectly, because you actually see that father-daughter relationship with them. And I don't mean like a relationship like incest. I'm talking about like an actual relationship with a father and a daughter like you would normally see, them connecting with one another, having similar interests, stuff like that. And it's done brilliantly to the point where by the time I beat the game and saw what happened to Sage, it made me cry because I actually liked the character. So the characterization was one of the things that made me cry by the end. The story itself is just absolutely phenomenal. The gameplay, while it does have some hiccups, I mean, after all, we're talking about a game that was made during a pandemic, but this game is just chock full of beauty. You have the massive open zone environments that you can explore. You have the combat, which can be expanded on. Although the skill tree system, because it's the first Sonic game to do something like this, it's not the most robust, but it's certainly able to get the job done. But, oops, I forgot. Anyway, yeah, so it's all that other stuff that... Oh. I kid you not, as soon as Sonic screamed like that, a car outside just went like... Meow. Anyway, but just everything about this game I love. And so, after I beat it, I naturally made a review. I posted it on the Facebook. And I kid you not, I did have one slight gripe about the game, but it wasn't like a major one that was like, you know, taking off a notch off its score. But I literally gave this game a score that I was actually honest about. And it was the very same score that I jokingly gave Sonic Forces. A 10. The story was really well done. I absolutely loved it from beginning to end. I love how it expanded the Sonic series lore by adding new characters to it. I wasn't even meaning to do that. Oh, some Cocos. Anyway, but everything about this game I loved. And again, I did make some minor time. I actually did mean everything I said. And it was right down to the fact that I enjoyed this game from beginning to end, and while yes, I am aware of some of the gameplay halting stuff, like some of the mini-games that you have to do, but I didn't mind that, because, you know, if you think about it, in a future update, they could make it to where you could skip that if maybe you're not really that good at the game. So, for example, the pinball part, or, you know, like the hacking minigames, stuff like that, at some point they can add an update where if you're struggling with it, you could skip it if you'd like to, and then you can retry it if you want to try it again. But you don't have to worry about playing that in order to progress the story. You could skip it if you fail enough times. Oh, shit. Hello! Who are you?
Whoa!
Who is this guy? Say hello to... Give the name. Give the name. I want to say its name. You're gonna laugh when you hear it, but...
I guess that's one of the Titans keeping Amy trapped.
You leave immediately.
Where'd you come from? Are you trapped too?
Do not approach the Titan.
I like how Sonic's actually concerned about the character because he's never met them before.
If we are fortunate, it will destroy you.
Alright, fine, I'll say the name. The enemy's name is Giganto. Giganto. So, other people have pronounced this name like Giganto, but for some reason I feel like I should call it Giganto. And I know that sounds kind of silly. Oh, by the way, if you fall down, you can just retry it again. And this time, Sonic's actually confident. Alright, time to see what this Neon Genesis Evangelion motherfucker's gonna do. Well, it nearly killed us. And, yeah, you might be wondering, oh god, how are we gonna defeat this thing now? Well, you might notice that we're collecting Chaos Emeralds, so veteran fans like myself might be familiar with that.
Okay, I'm not taking that thing down the traditional way. I'm gonna need the Chaos Emeralds. And maybe a little bit of luck.
Yep, that's right, Supersonic's back. And that's awesome. Alright. Alright. So what I'm about to show you is one of the things I mentioned about minigames. Oh. Why did I skip that? Oh well. Aw.
Sonic!
Sorry to skip your cutscene, Amy. I like how Sonic's just doing that cartoon thing where he's like, doo-doo.
This poor mother says she's lost her children. Can you lead them back here, please?
Sure thing.
Aw. See, that's the Sonic I grew up with. Ah! Oh. I like it still hit me anyway. By the way, get ready for the best victory dance ever. Do, 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 do. Bling. I love that. Zap. Look at that. This is the writing I was hoping for. That we were hoping for.
Okay. We'll keep looking.
And this is the Amy that I would love to see. And I'm glad that she's finally here.
Sonic, they act like none of that happened.
Do we even know what that was?
Mating ritual? Wait, no, that was her child.
But I got a sense of completion, comfort.
Weird. Now let's keep moving. I want to wrap up our time here ASAP.
Sounds good to me.
Alright. So, yeah. What I was trying to say is that this game may have its shortcomings. You know, we have the pop-in. I didn't include that in the review because I was already aware of it and it didn't bother me at all. And yes, I am also aware of the minigames that you have to do in order to progress, like the pinball or the hacking minigame or what I just had to deal with, the quest. And, yeah. Those don't really bother me because of the fact that in my review I also mentioned how they could improve the game in future updates by, say, a player is having trouble with that minigame and they just can't get past it no matter what because they just really aren't that good at the game yet. They could skip that minigame and then come back to it at a later point. Like, they could have a marker on the map in order for them to try it out again and try and practice it to make sure they can get better at it. Anyway, so, yeah. All I'm saying is in my review, I gave the game a 10 out of 10. That was easy. Anyway. Yeah, so I will say this too. Overall, Sonic had a really good year this year. And I actually do mean that. We had a really good movie, we had a good collection of games, although it could have been better, but you know. Yeah, it had its own glitches and stuff, but that's okay because, you know, they are working on that stuff. And then we had the masterpiece that is Sonic Frontiers, and I'm not even trying to, you know, I'm not trying to fake saying that. It's just I was trying to find the right words. But this game really is a masterpiece. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, no. But then again, what game is a perfect game. Huh? Exactly. There's no such thing as a truly perfect game, but this is definitively the perfect Sonic game. You have an amazing story, you have great characterization. What the heck? That was weird. You have great controls, although the cyberspace levels can be a bit clunky, but that's perfectly fine because, you know, there's PC and mods, so there's that. Why did I do that? I love that. Anyway, so with that, we're now about to be 1 whole hour until New Year's. Because right now it is 10:58. But yeah, so again, just to reiterate, this is not a let's play of the game. This is just me playing the game for a few hours. Because I thought, you know what, I feel like this would be a pretty cool game to play leading into midnight, and then I'll end the stream and then do all that other stuff. But I will say this, I am planning on doing the Let's Play on the PC version of the game. Not only that, but I also will be using mods whenever I play it. And yeah, I know, that's weird, me using mods, who would have thought? The reason being is because while the game itself is really, really good just by itself, the mods that are on the PC version will allow me to do stuff that I previously wasn't able to do on this version. And that's not to say the console port is bad, but there are some caveats to being on console that you wouldn't have on PC. For example, mods, you know, people enhancing the game in certain other ways that, you know, the console version wouldn't really be able to benefit from. Anyway. Oh, it's not what I needed.
You are not ready. Return when the time is right.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to spawn a memory token from doing the side loop. You can do that. There we go. Trying to remember. Oh, right. So you can actually spawn the memory tokens if you do that. I was literally just talking about that. Sonic.
You again?
Submit. Your reckless actions endanger the world.
Care to explain how saving my friends is a bad thing?
You are an enemy combatant. I will not share data with you.
What is wrong with you? Sonic would never endanger anyone. He's even going to help this Coco reunite with their one true love.
Oh, hold on. By the way, fun fact, the person who voices Sage also voices a character in Beyblade Burst. Pretty cool. Right, White Grape. Anyway, yeah, so I believe the actress's name is Rhiannon Bartley, I think. Like, their first name is spelled like Ryan, but it's Rhiannon, I think. I think, I don't know, but, I recognize the name because, like I said, Beyblade Burst, to be more precise, they voiced Hyuga's English VA in Beyblade Burst Surge. So that's pretty cool. Oh, it's already done fizzling. Whew! White Grape is feeling good. By the way, if you're on the East Coast, then, welcome to the new year. For me, it's still about an hour.
Love. An emotional status too vague and varied in its definition. You are both too ignorant to be helped.
What was that girl?
Aside from being a pain, no clue.
The Coco. Alright. I got a little army. Look at all my little friends. Oh. Okay, that's pretty cute. But yeah, so, yeah, so what I was saying about the PC version of the game is there's mods like the mods that make, the cyberspace levels not so much sorry about that. Not so much a pain, I forgot what other things there are. There's also character model swaps that people have done. Like, I've seen people put in the Dreamcast Sonic model from Sonic Adventure 1, which is pretty cool. I won't be doing stuff like that, though. I'll be using the cyberspace level mod thing that I was just talking about. Because what it does is it retunes the controls to make them just like the open space, or the open zone controls. Which is good, because the open zone, like, just look at this. Look how tight that is. And yeah, I know, that's what she said, ha ha ha. But dude, consider this. Those same controls, complete with like, you know, the boost and everything, like, the same kind of controls and physics that you would see in the open zone in cyberspace. Meaning that Sonic moves quickly, like, basically, you know, that's funny. But, yeah, so it'll be stuff like that. It won't be, you know... Oh, I thought those were like rings clipping into the environment. Yeah, so it'll be mods like that. You know, mods that enhance the experience without it being like a massive overhaul that's like, oh, is this even Sonic Frontiers anymore? And, you know, like mods like the cyberspace level enhancement thing, that's what I mean. You know? But, yeah. Anyway, so... Coco. And my nose is stuffy. Anyway.
Eggman tech. It seems abandoned, though. Still, I better keep on my toes.
Alright. Yep. I like how I just kicked rocks out of the way. Hey, mem tokens. Nice. I'm faced into a box. Sonic's breaking glass with his face. Hello, good sir. Oh, hello. Oops. There we go. There's another squid over there. Are you squidding me? No, I am not. Is that fireworks? I don't know if you heard that loud boom or not, but I think someone's like lighting up fireworks outside. Weird. Oh, I think this is that little forest that people might have seen in that little promo image of Sonic in this game. Vault key, yeah. All right. Yep. Yeah, I already had 2 drinks. I have one at 10 and I have one earlier at 11, so.
You had one at 12.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm real good. Love you.
Love you too.
Happy New Year. I'll see you next year.
Okay. Thank you. That's nice. Okay. Sorry about that. Alright, oops. What are you doing there? Alright. Alright. Total Gear. Yeah. Yeah.
You are not ready. Return when the time is right.
Okay. Alright.
Giant mirror web thing.
Yeah, that's not a joke in this case. It's just Sonic observing the environment, because he's never been to Tower before. No, he's never been to the Starfall Island, so he's still trying to make sense of it. Oh. Hello, random spring. Hello, random box. Oh, it's just rings. Okay. Alright. It still shows the cinematic. Oh, right. So, those things. So I have 10 of those coins. So those coins aren't just for show, they aren't trying to like copy off Mario. Instead, what it is fishing. That's right, you can go fishing in this game. like headbutted the box. Alright. I like how Squid just flew by like, see you later, nerd. Alright. Alright. There we go. Ow. What? Alright, you little asshole. There you go. Yeah! That'll teach you. Maybe. I just love the expressiveness of Sonic and his different characters and stuff. Like, it's cool. Bear in mind, you didn't really see that in Forces. Because, you know, lazy. Lazy. There we go. There we go. And someone's still popping out fireworks. Alright. There's a squid over there. Alright. He's coming. He's coming. Here he comes. Get over here, you oversized alien squid thingamabob. There he is. Squid. Easy. Oh, that was funny. I was like... Alright. Okay. Sorry about that. I was just looking at something. Yeah, let's see how fast we can get. So I should say that the speed stat is more about like the boost. And if you manage to get it up to max, which is 99, that means that you'll be able to do the power boost regardless of how many rings you have. Alright, let's see how far we can go. Alright, we can go to level 10. See what else. Again? Jeez, how many cocoa did we even save? Wow. Sure. I'll bring me up to par with my other stats, except rings. Oh, there we go. So yeah, it doesn't increase your overall movement speed, but it does increase your boost speed. Which is good. Because you go fast. Fast boy. Yes. Also, yeah, boost isn't refilled by destroying enemies. Instead, you refill it like a stamina bar. Whoops. Alright. Oh yeah, there's that. Alright.
These ruins are almost like a puzzle.
I know, right? I don't even know what I'm doing with most of these. I'm just running on instinct.
Well, the energy that powers them is linked to cyberspace, right? And you took on that power when you freed me. Maybe that link is giving you special insight? Maybe they use that link among themselves. Like, instead of a language, they shared their thoughts and feelings directly.
Yeah, maybe. All I know is the idea of the map gets updated in my head, which brings me one step closer to rescuing you.
Aww. Okay. Wait, that's how you lower that thing? Okay, so on my first playthrough of this game, I was never able to figure out how to lower that thing. Now I do. Now I do. Alright, Ah! Alright. Oh, there's nothing over here? Wow. Why not? What? At least I got the red ring I never got. But I couldn't finish the other things. Now the S rank time I am able to do. I am able to do it. I say as I graciously mess up. Alright, and I was off by a second. Alright. See, the problem is, because of how sluggish the controls are for cyberspace. Yeah, see that? Yeah. I tried dodging that as best as I could, and I just couldn't. There we go. See, now I was able to do the S rank, because I was able to correct myself. So, the good thing is, even after you've completed one of the goals, if you try again, it doesn't erase it. So now I'm going to do the clear with 150 rings. Because I already did the S rank time, so that's good. I see I'm already gonna mess up. Yep. Yeah. See, this is what I mean. Because Sonic performs more like a tank in that, where it's like, or not like a tank, but more like, yeah. His turning isn't as good. Alright, yeah. There we go. And that is all of the goals. Yay. I don't even care if I got a C. C means, see what I did there? It didn't even let me parry. Okay. There we go. Yay! Who are you? Oh, I know that guy. He's Eggman. Dr. Eggman, we meet again.
I appear to be in a digital dimension. I've employed similar constructs in my own systems, but this is markedly more advanced. Note to self, don't admit that to anyone.
Eggman.
The amount of data stored here defies quantification.
Cyberspace.
It won't stop me from trying.
Alright. So, here's something about the cyberspace levels. For the most part, a majority of them are inspired by other Sonic games. So this one, for example, is inspired by Windmill Isle Act 1 from Sonic Unleashed. And I believe 1-2 is inspired by the second act of that. There's even a level that harkens back to SA2, where it's literally like the on-foot section of a cityscape, and it's really cool. That was cool. Alright. Woo! Woo! Yeah. Yeah, you can just run into those with your face. It's time for the Splinter, Sonic. Speaking of Splinters, anyone hear about that Splinter Cell remake? I think it's either a new game or just a remake. It's really cool. Thank you, Balloon. Yes, that is the speedometer. So you can measure your speed in Sonics per hour. How many Sonics per hour can I do? Depends on how many games there currently are. But, I don't know. There we go. Hey, rails, nice. Oh, there's the next emerald. Wait, what is it? I remember one time I actually asked the teacher that, what time is it? And she's like, time for you to get a watch. And I thought it was rude. Like, for one, the person's being serious about that. They aren't trying to make a joke about it. Damn. But like, what's even worse is this teacher was already like a really rude teacher. Like, I hope she's doing well nowadays, but she was not very nice sometimes. Like, she was strict, she just wasn't that fun most of the time. But there were times where she was a halfway decent person. And like, you know, like, that's not to say she was mean, because she wasn't. It was just, you know, She just wasn't very pleasant sometimes. Right. Talking to Amy. Okay. I hope no one heard that. Oh, this. I had trouble with this once. But, you're about to see why I had trouble with it.
Something wrong?
They say their Amore was stationed on the far side of the field. This is the field.
I'm not seeing a lot of farming going on.
Maybe, if you use that new technique of yours, you can clean up all this wild brush.
I like how Sonic just smirks like, let's do it. Remove weeds with Psyloop and reach 7,000 points before the timer runs out. Watch out for the bees. Avoid them by luring them towards flowers by using quick Psyloop on seeds to make them bloom. So on my first playthrough of this, I didn't realize that the grass that you're actually standing in is the weeds. I didn't even realize that. Ah! Hey, first try. It took me so many tries to actually try and do that. Partially because of the bees. Hey! What do you know? I have one of those in real life. No, seriously, it's right in front of my TV. Right next to my Sonic action figure. Nice.
So, all this used to be farmland, huh?
Yes. They make it sound like it was abundant. But now...
I mean, it's grassy.
Yup, but I've seen this kind of recovery in areas Dr. Eggman damaged. Something ruined this land, and it's barely begun to recover.
Then we need to make sure it has plenty of time to heal.
Right.
I love how Amy was written in this game. I really do. Wait, can I still do this? No, I can't. It's only for the minigame. I like how it keeps the weeds that you remove, though, where it's like, it still shows where you remove them at. Alright. Alright. So there's one last emerald and it's up there, I think. Yeah. Yeah, you can't hurt that Coco. I love how the Cocos look, by the way. They're really cute. Oh, cool. Hello, good sir. Speed me up. Alright, in a few minutes, it'll finally be the time. Oh. Yep, like I just kicked it in the face. Just Shot me in the foot. That's funny. Oh, a mem token. Nice. Alright, 3 minutes. I think. Yeah. Yay. There we go. That was cool. Oh. Oh, 1 more minute. And yes, I will be ending the stream a little after midnight. I know. I know, it's kind of a bummer, but whatever. Oh, man. Plus, I'm already getting kind of tired anyway, but that's just because of the fact that I'm not usually up at this time, but I have made an exception. Alright. There we go. And right on schedule. Everybody, we are officially in the year of 2023. A year that will hopefully be much better than this piece of shit year. Yeah, make no mistakes. This year was alright, but there were some problems. Let's see, there were shootings, there's the ongoing invasion in Ukraine, there's, you know, just the usual. But other than that, this year was alright, for the most part. But, yeah. Now I have my rosé, which is my last drink. Alright, welcome to the new year, folks, and hopefully a better year. Okay, well, I think to really kick off this new year, I'm going to drink. And here's to a new year, baby. With that being said, thank you very much for joining me on this special stream. And like I said at the very beginning, I have some major plans for this year, starting with the upcoming purchase of a PC that I've been waiting so long to purchase and working hard to get. I got new stuff that I'll be doing. Let's just say there's a lot of stuff in the pipeline that you'll just have to see it to believe it. With that being said, though, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, then like, comment, subscribe if you'd like. You don't have to do any of that stuff, but it's certainly appreciated. But with all that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you, well, soon. I'll just say soon. I can't say when, but trust me, you're going to be very surprised. With that being said, though, thank you very much for joining me on this little adventure of ours. And like I said, this game will become a full playthrough in the near future. That's all I'm going to say. But with that being said, see you later. Good night. Oh, and Happy New Year.